All right, how about that? Let me know if that works. We lost power last night, so every time I'm opening up another program, it's like the settings are not working. It looks like you guys can hear me, so I'll wait till you guys can confirm that before I start going off to the races. There we go. Yeah. Well, I do that on purpose, Neuro. So that's good. I actually lowered the music volume today. Just so you know, I lowered it back into the yellow range. So yeah, I feel like it could be a you problem today. No, I'm just kidding. And I raised like watching my voice now, it looks like I go between 15 and 20, right in the middle, right? Right in the middle. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. Hold on. Let's see. Right here. Oh, it figures it only works when I'm talking. So here, I'll just bring this over. Oh no. Wait, did I get rid of it? No. I don't know if you can see that or not. You see it right there? Right there? I don't know if I can make this any bigger or not. Can you zoom this in? No. Maybe? No? No. Nope, can't zoom. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that or not. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on, you can see it if I do this. Yeah, see, it's like right there in the yellow. That's my setting, Neuro. That's the little one. Now it adjusts back and forth, so it's like -9 right now. So the green, everybody says you can't hear me. The yellow seems to be what works best, right? And obviously the red is a bit too high. So yeah, that's what it's set at right now. Yeah, no, this is it's weird because this is on the Logitech Pro X headset, but then I also have a Blue Yeti that I use for like when I need better sound quality. So it's kind of hard. Like I actually I can like change the way I sound. I don't think I can do it when we're talking right now. But I do have man where it updates so often, this Logitech G Hub thing. Like I can actually change. What does it say? You know what? It probably reset. Oh no, it's on the low voice loud. So like I can like make myself like an AM radio. Like I don't know if it changed now or not, but it should sound different. This is like the AM radio setting, and there's a let's see, this is AM radio, and then I can switch this now, and then these changes now are FM station. I don't know what the difference is with FM station, but I typically do low voice loud, which would be back down to this one, which is what normal is. Do I? I don't know. I can like go in like a test mode and hear it, but obviously it doesn't work, right? Yeah. It just goes to show you how easy it is to change those things. I used to play with a guy online, different games, and he had one of the voice changers that came out, and he used to always jump in and like switch it to like alien or like even female, and like he played a couple jokes on people. Um, I need my own show in Sirius. Yeah, that'll get me in trouble. Um, yeah, yeah, we'll see. I don't know. My kids are like, "You should just stream when you game, Dad." I mean, I don't not that I have time really for gaming or whatever, but they're like, "You should do that." Like they freak out that like I've gotten checks from Twitch, like over not often, but like when I get checks from Twitch, they're like, "Oh my god, you're a streamer." I was like, "Yeah, I mean I am, but I'm not like I'm not making $1 million a month, bud. Like, I'm like I'm not quite, I'm not at that stage, I'm I am considered like an affiliate, I guess. I don't know, whatever the first level is. Like I've met all the requirements for the first level. Like I blow the amount of time out. Like at this point now I've beaten the duration, like the average duration, like I'm above. Um Number of streams I do a lot. Now my duration of stream though is not that high. Like most average streamer is like 4 to 6 hours. Obviously an hour, like I'm like you know, I don't know. I don't know if I could do I don't know. I mean, I guess I could. I've never done like a 5 hour stream. I feel like that would be a lot, but I don't know. It's there. Anyway, so news of the morning. Not surprised by the non-farm change. I think everybody expected it to be bigger. So Hold on, let me turn the other light off. So when I have the camera on, I have now an LED like ring light now that I use for the Nadex ones, so it doesn't like wash me out anymore. Because like I was tired of like, why does it look so bad? Like it's not on a laptop. It's like I ended up getting the ring light, and I have the two different cameras and everything. I basically have a legit streaming setup. I could do like podcasts, I think. But the non-farm number didn't surprise me. ADP's number was at 140 on Wednesday, so being up 130 here, not really a huge surprise. I am really shocked at the unemployment rate. I was expecting a disappointment at like 5.7. All right, a drop, but not as much of a drop. Like I thought they were getting overzealous. The fact that it raised by point one, I'm actually really surprised by that one. And again, it could be because people coming back into the workforce, but I just whew, I don't know. Point three in the opposite direction when we're where we are. Um, it's amazing. It's amazing that we have an unemployment problem because all I hear about from small businesses and restaurants in the area, like restaurants that are not normally closed, they're closing down for a day because they just don't have the staff. They need to give the staff a break. They can't hire people, but yet the unemployment rate is going higher. It's kind of like, And we know that average hourly earnings are also going higher, and there's a ton of perks. That's why we saw the employment change going up. So it is kind of yeah, it's an interesting scenario. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised next month if there is an adjustment on it. I just feel like that's in the works, right? That's in the works. So we'll see. Obviously, tomorrow is holiday weekend, so I expect a lot of this will start to really kind of mellow out once the European session is out. Having crappy weather does help, right? I know people in New York that were going to take off and go to the beach, but now they're staying on Friday and working because the weather's crappy. So that may keep some traders out there. Isn't this what happens when you pay people to stay? Yeah, I mean, I hate to say, I mean, Neuro, there's a long line of people that are saying, I told you so. And you know what the response to I told you so is? Let's investigate that. Let's investigate the storming of the Capitol. That's the let's divert the attention from the actual problems. Now let's go back and look at the problems from before. Yeah, let's focus on the past instead of making the future better. Yeah, exactly. Um, but yeah, not surprising. Uh, that's all right. Like it's the same thing, I mean, it's they did all these like, oh, we're gonna give small businesses loans, but then we'll just it's kind of like originally like the super small businesses couldn't get the ones that needed it the most couldn't actually get those loan assistant programs, but people had businesses that were basically shut down anyway, got these loans and then just shut the business down anyway. It's like, I mean, that those are the people that should be busted for fraud, right? Yeah. Like my uncle was in a weird place because he's a contractor in New Jersey, and originally like New Jersey didn't offer it to like self-employed people, and because he's he owns he's a carpenter. He wasn't eligible for regular employment, and then finally they kicked the PUA kind of stuff in there, and that helped a little bit, but he wasn't eligible for a small business loan. It's like he couldn't do anything, and then like he's like, oh, I know people that got the small business loan and basically just, was like, all right, my business is closed now. I have to get in the loan, and they don't have to pay it back. It's like what? So yeah, it wasn't the easiest of things. Yeah, he survived though, thankfully. Um, Made it through. The skin of his teeth, he said, but he made it through. So now business is picking back up again and stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, that unemployment rate is going to be interesting. Other things out there too. You can't see it right now, but this UAE is prepared to accept unchanged oil output. Man, there are people making some waves. OPEC has not come out with a final decision. Everybody thought it was going to be that 400 million or whatever instead of five, and that sent oil going crazy. And now UAE is like, no, 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 we want nothing, nothing. They like want to screw this up and jack prices because again, they make more profit. The higher oil prices go, and they don't have the same output. Like I forget where they are on the list, but it's not very high. So yeah, I mean, Russia wanted 500, everybody else wanted 400 to jack prices even more, and UAE was like, haha, guess what? No, I'm not signing anything. You know, we're a small producer. We need every dollar we can get. Let's jack this price, baby. Let's jack it. And yeah, yeah, kind of one of those things. Um, yeah. I mean, it's funny. Everybody's talking about, yeah, it's going to be accelerated. Everybody's boosting price. I mean, everybody expected it to be much bigger. So that's why I think you're not seeing astronomical moves up here. Everything is rather tame, right? I mean, the biggest being the pound yen, 64 retracing from the yen yesterday, which we expected, right? We called that yesterday. And again, you're seeing euro yen down, Aussie yen is down, euro yen obviously down way big as well. So hopefully you guys are able to make some money off that one. Yeah. So let's dive over into charts. Charts. All right. So you guys can obviously tell where non-farm payroll came in. Aussie dollar was a decent jump, right? It jumped about 50 pips in, with the release. It didn't go quite as high. I actually had a trigger up here I was hoping that it spiked up. I missed it by what? It's very tiny. 4.6. Yeah, missed it by just a little bit. Was looking for a short on that one, and I do think it will retrace. I mean, fundamentally, is did anything really change? Not really. Inflation is still the number one driving factor. Employment isn't. I think because it's a point 0.3 difference. I think there's going to be some. How do you say this? I think there'll be an adjustment in the future, and I think that's what the market is looking for. So I wouldn't mind taking this one short for the rest of the day. Remember, Aussie market's already closed. We don't really have much till the weekend, and again, I think it's going to continue with this downward trend. Um, like I said, oil may affect this one a little bit if OPEC comes to that meeting later. But remember, with them being locked down with those 4 cities, God forbid they lock down a fifth city. I think that would send the Aussie tumbling even more. And again, you know, today really didn't change too much. It's nice to say that that's a huge figure, but when you think about what recovery looks like, recovery is like, you know, do you have employees? Do you have people buying things? Do people have jobs? And yeah, we've seen all those things. Homes were selling. So I mean, all the metrics besides the unemployment rate, which is, again, I don't want to say it's subjective, but it doesn't give an accurate representation, right? Of the total people looking for jobs, working, and that kind of stuff. So it's not like a labor force utilization number. So it does have to be taken with a bit of grain of salt. But I do think this one turns and rolls back lower. Also, yen, as I mentioned again from yesterday, we had a nice turnover. We missed it. We dropped. We based. We dropped. And then again in the morning hours, it did get this big spike. But I think it's in the same kind of scenario. You can see that there's a wick over wick sitting right there. It touched it here. It came up and spiked into it, and then it's kind of held. We'll see. I mean, the U.S. trader is kind of done at this point. They've made their peace with it. Being 950, this is not a delay chart. I would say right now, with the way that the sellers are putting in, look like it probably wants to roll back down again. Do we clear 83 today? Probably not. Probably not. And at this point, I'd be looking more for setups for Sunday night. And again, even though it is a holiday, the rest of the world does not celebrate 4th of July. You know, as much as we believe that every country in the world loves the United States, that is not the case. And yeah, we do not have, the market, the currency market will be open. And I don't know if it's funny. Like, I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the NAX broadcast this morning. I thought it was quite funny. Todd laughs, but Todd laughs at all my jokes. Dan laughed, but I don't know if it was because everybody else was laughing besides him or what. But I was like, wait, is Nadex open because it's owned by a UK company? And I was like, I thought that was there, but not everybody likes my humor. I thought it was pretty good, and they were both like, "Ha, yeah." So maybe, but no. What they're trying to do is they're finally realizing that currencies are 24/7 basically. There's only very few holidays where that are celebrated in the rest of the world, or at least most of the people that are trading in that realm. I mean, obviously Christmas is not celebrated everywhere, but it's one of those kind of like recognized holidays for the most part, that a majority of the world is participating. um, Basically, South America, North America, all covered, all of Europe, Russia, um, you know, Australia. So most of the major populaces um, are dealing with something along those lines, or it's a holiday season of some sort. So, but 4th of July is not one of those, especially the UK. So I would say again, we talked about going short this position. We had a lot of basing yesterday, and a nice little pop down, but it retraced this morning, and now we're at again running into sellers. Um, like I said, do we break through this 83 level here? Um, I think that's probably a decent resting spot for today. You can see that's where we're having issues here, but I'll delete it. I would say really probably 82.80 is the next area where, we've really had major turnarounds. I mean, this was a turnaround, but there's nothing a bit lower. And again, this is based off of that kind of positioning for that non-farm number. So Yeah, I mean, I would say more bearish, kind of like the same thing with the Aussie yen. I don't know if it's going to have enough of a runner to really make it worthwhile, but that's kind of the assessment on there. Euro pound. Again, yesterday we were talking about a break. We were looking for a break of this 85. Have not gotten it yet. Still a decent runner to the downside if it breaks. That one brings us about 30 pips down to this next profit, and we got a few levels lower. So if you wanted to put something on there, I wouldn't. This is one of those ones that I would not take with a break like this. I would not take this one because it is a Friday. It would have to be a pullback situation, and most likely this is not something I would cover in Nadex. With only 2 hours to go, neither of these two currencies is going to have a lot of traders left. Again, the U.S. is already half out the door. Once the UK is out the door, there's not a lot driving this. It is only 30 pips, but this may be a setup for Sunday night. If we can gap it maybe a little bit lower, I mean, maybe we take a bounce now for the rest of the day here. But if we can gap below, use this same level, and actually what I'd probably do is I'd probably adjust this a bit down and use it off of this level now, right? Just because we do have an actual level of basing in there, right? Which is decent. It does affect it a little bit. It's still, let's see, short. 1 to 3 is right there. Right there. Look at that. Perfect. 1 to 3. And you can see that's exactly where we should be taking profit before the last time we had buyers coming in. So it is still there. It's not a gigantic mover. It's probably more of a spot currency based trade anyway. But look for that one to come back down and touch that, 85.65, 85.50, 85.38 level. All right. Euro yen. So here was our trade position from yesterday. We talked about a break and a pullback. We ended up getting it, came down. You can see that it based, it dropped lower. Non-farm sent it all the way up and then kind of brought it right back down to where it was. This one, again, I would say profit targets probably down here at the 131.60 level. We're only about 13 pips from it now. Would not be willing to buy off this level. I mean, it is an area. It has been hit twice. This would be hit number 3 on there. It is Friday. By the time it gets down there, we're kind of running out of steam on that one, and it's about 18 pips lower. So we get those 18 pips out of this one. This one has a 30-minute ATR of 9, so we're talking about like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to get down there. 27 would bring us there. You're talking about noon, right? UK is out, right? It's purely a yen play at that point. So I would say, see this continue to push down a little bit, maybe base. But there are a couple levels where we could take longs as well as another Harry Potter short south there. So interesting setup, but I don't really. And again, look at this. You bring this across, you can see. Look how many issues it has, right? Right in that same level. But again, you're short. I think you could run it down lower. If we get all the way down, this would be a heck of a move, right? 38 pips. We drive into this level over here. There could be a case made, for taking that one long next week. Okay. And that price level is right around 31.36. All right, euro dollar. So there's euro dollar. We talked about 1806 being kind of our entry. It was a big level. And again, what it do? It spiked down, it went up, and again, nice rally off this one. 50 pips in less than 5 minutes or less than 10 minutes. Gotta love those type of trades. But again, we went back into an area. We had this kind of we talk about like that, like kind of like shark tooth, right? The layers of down, 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 and it was tested, got front run. Nice little pop into that level. Again, decent rollover to the downside, and it was very small risk on this one actually. Only about 9 pips. So, its retrace has already pushed a bit. It went down about 27. So again, if you're using those 2-hour binaries to take advantage of that retracement, again, 1 hour, 27 pips down. You guys know the differential, right? The differential I was pulling it up for the group earlier, is 4 pips, right? Between 9 and 11. The 8 to 10 is, again, same thing, 4. So either, the 8 to 10, you could have used it. Actually, it was 8 to 10 or the 7 and 9, I think would have worked as well. Yeah, you could have done the 7 and 9 on this one also, but same thing. You're basically jumping 6 binaries in that small time period. So great opportunity up and down on that one. That was a pretty easy one to do. All right. Hopefully took advantage of that one. That's the one thing that I hate about the time. Like I enjoy the time that we have, the 8:45 to 9. I think that's perfect. But for 8:30 news releases, it does make it harder to trade. I gotta kind of use the larger ones. I can't really use the really, really tinies because I can't follow it because I'm doing like 12 things at once. Right. But again, I think this one comes down. We get down to this 1800 or the 118 level. I do think for next week that could be a potential bounce area. I think again, it's continuing to drive down on the dollar, but we've seen one trend and then a reversal next week. Or with the U.S. not there, I feel like that's the opportunity for the euros to really kind of get a bit of a retracement. And we have had good news. Do we have any Monday news from them? Let me see. Um, retail sales for Aussie on Sunday night, which would be decent. Just a CAD business outlook. So yeah, it could be like I said. We'll see what the holiday weekend provides, but I think next week this 18 number is going. This 118 is going to be a big number to watch, whether it be for longs or for shorts. All right, so keep an eye on that one. Pound yen. So pound yen, we continue to drop. So yesterday we were sitting right in this level right here, and we talked about finding a short. We really needed to go just a bit more. It didn't quite get into where we wanted, but all it did was roll and continue to push down. Now it didn't make it the extreme range, and right now it's quite muted. It's only 56 pips in 24 hours. Again, that's small, right, for this pair, right? I'll bring this up to a daily so you can see it. You can see right now it's 101 pip ATR, right? Being where we are right now with only moving 56, we're only at half, right? And again, it's showing the holiday weekend. Any push down, we've had a bit of a retrace up. So it still had the reaction. The 830 candle moved about 40 pips. Again, less than some of the dollar-based pairs. But oop, I did it again. Man, I keep touching this wire, and I don't know. I keep losing one of my screens, and then it pops back up again. It's like I don't know if it's got to be on the actual monitor itself. I think the cable's wiggling out there. But right now, I think 52.60 is our next area to watch out for. Again, I think we remain short. There was a way to continue it, continue this pattern to the downside, but it's starting to get bogged in. We need some big news. Again, holiday weekend, we'll probably get something next week on it for this one. Dollar US or pound dollar. So unfortunately, we were waiting for this to come down. We were hoping for 136.95 before news and got a pop, and it really started to stall on us right here. It did give us a decent run, 60 pips in a few candles. Didn't really give us a nice reversal. I would say that this one still has a bit more room to run to the top side. It's an okay level. I still like 136.62 better, but this is the next kind of clear pushover, and that was from the U.S. Open yesterday, right? Nice little spike down, and then we had that base, and we're kind of there now. But like I said, the pound for some reason has had a lot of uncertainty in it. As I said, it's not in a bad place. Oh, who the heck is knocking on my door? Hold on, I gotta see. Is there a person out there? I see no cars. Um, sorry, I was just trying to make sure. We had there was trees in the neighborhood that went down from the storm last night. And typically, the neighbors are they're always, hey, this fell down over here. I'm just wanting to make sure it wasn't like the power company trying to tell me that they're going to cut my power or internet as they cut a tree down or something. So I'm going to give you this caveat. If I disappear in like the next few minutes and it just goes dark mid sentence, it's probably because they had to cycle our power off to cut down a tree limb or something like that. It's happened in the past, and I don't see a guy, but he may have walked. So just FYI. Um, but yeah, so I do like this level here. This level here at 138.07. That would be an interesting Sunday night level to take this one short. And again, that would be the reversal of what the pound has seen, and then dollar strength coming back in. Again, we've seen a lot of dollar strength, just a little bit of weakness for that. And again, some basing. So if it chips just a little bit higher in that kind of final push for the UK, decent level to take this one short to the downside. But again, understand this is a holiday weekend. If you guys are done trading for the day, totally get it. I am. I'm not going to put anything live on for the rest of today. It's typically after 10 o'clock, 11 is rare for a Friday anyway, but with a holiday weekend, even more so at this point. Dollar CAD. Look at that. Dollar CAD went all the way down to that level again. So Dollar CAD had rallied all the way back up again. I mean, here's where the UK session started for the day, right? It's funny. The UK seemed like it seemed like they knew what was going to happen. And then we came across, and at 8:30 was right here. A little bit of a pullback, and boom, just a collapse to the downside. This is an 80 pip move. So the dollar CAD has been nuts. And again, we know from this last time, from yesterday, this is more or less a parabolic move up. Here's your basing. And again, coming up high like this is a great opportunity when we've rallied all the way back up again. It did go slightly higher. So, I mean, if we were bracketing that off, you can see it was just a little bit higher. I mean, your 3 o'clock is right here. It's already starting to kind of turn and roll. You got to look at this and say, hey, racetrack, racetrack, racetrack. And that's exactly what happened. It even pulled down, pulled back up again, failure to go higher in, and then boom. So I mean, there's a couple ways that you guys could have played this. You could have played it off this base. You could have played the retracement off of this level here. Um, at this point, the trade is done. There's nothing else you guys can do on it. It's over for the day. This great setup. And again, 87 pips on that one on a Friday morning before the market even opens. Gotta love it. Um, I will say for next week, and again, I'm hoping we don't ruin it now. I mean, again, you guys can see three main stabs here, not including this one here. A break of this 123.61. I am looking for this to come down lower, hitting a kind of a profit target over here at 123.33. I'm hoping it doesn't do it today. I'd like to have this one kind of kick off next week. Again, with us closed, Canada open. I think that would be, you know, I think it would be pretty decent. Um, there we go. Chat is back, by the way, Ernest. remember I told you inside the program the stream trap was missing or whatever. Um, yeah, it's back. I can like one click delete, banned everything. Although I can't report. Although I guess it doesn't matter. I guess people report them enough. Um, they probably don't last long. They're probably like new things. But yeah, look at that. Bam! One click, ban, purge, delete. You out of here. So yeah, I'm kind of at this point. I'm kind of cheering for kind of cheering for the dollar. Kind of want this to pull away. Want to save this trade for next week. But as always, we're looking for a break of 132. I'm sorry, 123.62, and for this one to go 123.35. All right, dollar Swiss. All right. Now this is choppy, but again, the 1 to 3 is already kicked in. I moved this if you guys didn't see it. There you go. You're actually out at 6, 7 o'clock this morning. We've been talking about this one forever. Todd was very excited about this one. He's like, "Oh, I can draw the channel. We can do this. People love the channels." I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "But I mean, you had a fake here." I was like, "We can." I was like, "I'm still going to sell it when it hits the zone," and it did. It hit the zone this morning and then just dropped. Nice push to the downside. Again, trade is done at this point. I think you're going to have some consolidation. It's very hard to find a buying level over here because there's not really any. If it's just a grind, right? This is just a grind move, right? There's no clean pops. I mean, I guess there's an okay. I don't know. Maybe this one right here. I guess we can kind of look at that one for next week. It's too far right now. I mean, it's you're talking about move of 50. No, dollar Swiss is not moving 50 today unless there's like some major announcement, right? An emergency meeting with the Fed or something, right? To raise interest rates. Like that's about the only thing, and that would do the exact opposite. That would send it up. So hopefully you guys are able to grab that. We've been following this channel all week. It's like, oh, go, wait for the zone. Boom, high zone. Never mind, channel's out. Um, and the funny part is, look at this. This pop here, the non-farm would have wiped everybody out on the fake out. Actually, this and this would have wiped people on the fake out. So dollar Swiss again, that same level up here, 92.73. I think keep it on your radar for next week. It didn't spend much time there before rolling. We may need it again next week. As far as buys go, there's not a lot clearing here, so I'm kind of hoping that by Monday there's a new something has happened with the Swiss where we have some a decent you know, something decent enough that we can, use it. But right now, I don't think there's anything else for the rest of the day going into a holiday weekend, unfortunately. So hopefully you grab this from yesterday's setups. Dollar yen, same thing. Rolled back down again. Big push up. We base, we base, we base, we base. UK session started right here, right? And again, if you were talking about that, there you go. There, 3 o'clock candle. And this one gave us a 50, 45 pip run. And again, here's non-farm, came up, grabbed that same level and shot it. So this would have been a decent one. And actually, this is the one I meant to check. Hold on. I was actually looking to see that zone. I had this one set up. I ended up not taking it. Yeah, it was there. All right, so there was a 111.50 in this one, which was sitting right in this level. Okay. I had this one drawn out, and I was like, man, if we can push up here, I was hoping it would kind of would be a little bit lower. It was about 10 pips out, and I wasn't sure we were going to get the kind of full play with it. But I was like, man, if we can get a close kind of like daily call spread in here, I thought this would be a decent level. Now, I was looking for a little bit higher, unfortunately, but that was the one that came in. But the 111.50 was sitting there, and it wasn't bad. I mean, we're what 20 pips below now. At its peak, it was about 40 pips down from the 111.60 price. Yeah, it was down to almost 50. So it was a nice runner, and that was one that I was like, oh man, it's so close. Just come on, just give it to me. Um, but I think it was a decent play. Now I think actually, hold on, let me check. Was there not the daily? Yeah, the 7 a.m. Oops, not that one. 7 a.m. to 3. Nah, it's at 111.40 is where they put it. Yeah, it was way down here. Okay, it wasn't. It didn't match up there. So yeah, but this is one I had for a call spread, kind of tagged anyway. I like the way this went to top. It'd been at that extreme range, which I thought was decent. I like this push up and was looking to run over it. Don't ever don't look at this bounce off this level, right? We had a basing level, we bounced, and then the broke went in. So that was kind of the only limiting factor to this push down. But I think it continues to run lower. Um, Not much we can do with it now. I don't think. I'm still looking for this next week. I'm kind of all over this one, right? Loving this one right here. Um, that is our one. That's 1 to 4.5. So 1 to 3 is so close. There's got to be a way to do that. There's your 1 to 3 with a full potential in that one. I mean, really, there's your first target. That is a 1 to 8. Can't see because the thing's in the way. Yeah, 1 to 8.6. And again, the opposing zone is 1 to 11. So, yeah. So, kind of liking where that one is at, right? Think that one is pretty decent. So, we got 2 entries on that one short. Again, obviously, it's going to be more of a next week type thing there. No, I didn't want to change that. Yeah, there's definitely people walking around outside. The dog is like going hoarse. But a break of 111.02. Be looking for this one to push down. Maybe I'll do a publish on this one. Waiting for that to come back again. There's profit target 1. Profit target number 2 would be right there. Okay. There we go. Top side right there. Perfect. I wonder, can I change the color of that? That would be kind of cool. There we go. Just a little bit different there. Yeah, just so it looks a little different. There we go. Target 1, target 2. All right, so that's dollar yen. So let's go across to oil. So oil is continuing to drive down, and again, this is a lot of the issues with the deal, no deal, deal, no deal, fighting about we're not going to do that. I'm fine, playing hardball with this one. Let me see if there's any update on that. Trade deficit, yeah, more or less balanced. Yeah, I love that. Economic risks today are more or less balanced. Yeah, nothing more on oil here. Um, Trying to see. No, it's just that one. There's no update on oil. Mm, no, it was yesterday. So yeah, so we don't have anything for oil yet. But again, what are we seeing? We're seeing a retracement back to the downside. All this was because of the big run up. We ended up running right into a zone at 76, and then starting to pull back down again. I mentioned this earlier in the week about look for this one to continue to you know to provide some problems. It was a little situation, so we are expecting a bit more of a move. And again, do we retrace all of yesterday? Could be. Could be, right? But I will say, as far as, like the little big, this is a little bit bigger than what we see for the little area. And again, a lot of that spike came right at the non-farm and it immediately retraced. So, I would say negative today, probably down to 73.75. That's about another 75 cents to the downside is what's possible. Um, and again, a lot of that is, just pullback. But OPEC not having a deal yet and continue to agree to talk longer. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they do. If they do go to 500, I think it makes sense. Which again erases everything that they had over here, bringing it back lower. So, big day up. Retracement back yesterday. I said that I was bearish all day, and then again today, I think we continue it, and I think we look for profit targets probably over here, 60, 63. Probably first hit is going to be here. Again, that's a nice little kind of you know chink in the armor right there, and then another one sitting right there at 73, 70, 73.65. Okay, so those would be the two downward size targets today. I'd look to take your profit on them. Gold. Wow, look at that. The same level that we've had up there was able to stomach it. And we're back smack in the middle at 1780 again. Yeah, no surprise here. I mean, this was about a 15, was it 15, $18, $18 jump? Yeah, $18 jump up. We came back up, we hit that level, and from the bottom of that entry, it's about $13 to the downside. So the level we've talked about, nothing's really changed from there. I mean, it's the same level we've had now since the 17th of June. So, yeah, take it for what it's worth. It's there. Um, yeah, I don't see it going through the top. I don't think we're breaking 1800 today. Again, there was no real mention of inflation and having more people unemployed. With the unemployment rate going higher, not really the best thing. Not really a motivating factor for the Fed to really do much today. So, you know, again, said it a few times today already. Hope you guys got short that one. It's a level we've been focused on as far as channeling goes. Um, yeah, just think about this. When we talked about the 1743 knockout, just think it's all the way up. Like, let me see what it's. Let me go to it now. Commodities, gold. Um, yeah, 1743. Yeah, I mean that one. It was really really cheap. It was really really cheap, and now it's obviously pulled back again. Um, actually, you know what? The 1743, that one got stopped. That one hit full profit potential because it would have been at 1793 and then went to 1795. So yes, it actually did get taken out on the top side. So that was a run from all the way down here, a run all the way up. That was a decent runner. Let's see, what was the return on that one? 17. Increase the risk when we were in here. Yeah, that was a 1 to 5.5. Whew. That was a nice one. That's like a $400. That's more than a $400 trade. Just figure there's what, 500 in each one. It's 5 to 1. That's a nice trade. Good job. We'll have to remove it for next week though. Yeah, so we'll take it off for next week. But yeah, nice run, nice run, nice run. I don't need this one anymore. That short is out. Let's clear this chart up and get it ready to go for next week. Yeah, we'll play with those two right now. I know I got a level lower, but I may take longs off that next week. Okay. All right, that one is set. Silver. Silver ended up breaking through a little bit. I love, here's where we were yesterday. We tagged it, pushed down. This one started to rally again. Non-farm did actually break us through the top side of that zone, and now we're rolling back down. So maybe we have to make the adjustment a little bit, but I think this one does the same thing. It rolls back down again, just like we had the area of interest here. I think we're going to end up coming back down to this level. I think we'll come back and settle on 2605 down to 2595. I think that's what the target is for today, based off again coming through. And again, this is a little bit extra volatility with non-farm, and it's silver. So again, remember, silver is a proxy, but I do see it coming back down. And again, all the Reddit positions are red today. So after that initial burst of nothing, um, if you need a position, I think short silver is probably not a horrible thing. Look, it may come down to that level as I'm talking about it. Warren must be watching the thing again. All right, going across the ES. So remember, these are all delayed a little bit. Again, you can see that we're having issues with that 43.25. Uh, I mentioned earlier that I thought we had the potential for a red day today. With that big push up, I think there will be profit taking. People trying to close their positions down earlier than expected today. Whether that turns into like a full blown red day, I don't think so. But I mean, considering we hired that many people back, woo! It's up point two, or point. I'm sorry, point three. It's up at 0.29 right now. You can see it's definitely stalling. We're approaching that 10:30 time frame. I mean, I would say at this point is probably more in a position where if you haven't taken your profit, take it, and if you're looking for something, maybe reverse it and take it to the downside at this point. Um, I mean, it's stomach there. It's pushed through everything, and again, 10:30 we know is where the markets reverse. So a parabolic move up, and we roll back down again, and maybe we close back down here at 43.12. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they turn it. Maybe they get real positive. It's like, yeah, we can do it, and we blow through that 10:30 time frame. But I just feel that this one is A little bit more risk. You know, um, trying to see what the updated is. Yeah, it's fighting. It's fighting. Right? But that 43.25 was kind of where we talked about our first target being for the week, and we hit it. So it took till the last day, but we did hit it on the last day. So I'm happy to say we made it. We did it. We hit. The next one's going to be 43.50, which is the next big kind of like psychological big target. So I mean, where this one is sitting here, we can take this one up and go to what is it 34, 43.50 right there. So that'll be the next big milestone. Could we hit it next week? Sure. Yeah, I think that's definitely on the books for next week. I mean, right now on the ES, the daily ATR is what, about 35? Yeah, it's showing about 35 right now is what the daily ATR is. So we break this down and look at this one, right? If it's 35, we only need 25 from here to here. So why did it move? I hate when it does that. Stop rounding. It's only 25 points up, so it's literally within 1 day's worth of movement. So I think that's our next side upside target. So I don't think we're hitting it today. If we hit it today, that'd be a lot of movement on a Friday for a holiday weekend. I think we probably stall or pull back more than anything else. But that's where our target's going to be Tuesday, Wednesday next week. NQ. Same thing, as you can see. Look there, we hit through the next one. Nice push up. Again, non-farm gave us that big push through to 14,650. 14,7 is going to be next, right? Is the next big psychological number that they can talk about. Now, you are seeing that this one is kind of topping as well, and we drop it down to a 15-minute. This is the late data, but you're seeing that the way that looks, it is a bit more, a bit more toppy, right? Um, Dropping it down, looking at live data, it did. It kind of pulls back. I'm looking at a 5 minute on the other chart. You can see that it's pulling back, and it pulls up a little bit, and it comes up into here, but it is not pushed through this new high. And you can see it's having a lot. It pulled down, pulled back again, pulled back again. The second we put one of these lower highs in, that's going to be a trigger for a lot of people to get out. We got 1 minute to go before. I guess we have 1 minute to go. Yeah, we're going to pull back. It's going to stop. It's going to pull up a little bit. It's going to stop and then give us another bit of a green, but we'll see. Um, Second, we get a lower high. That there's a lot of people going to pull this trigger to start selling. So NQ, I think I'm in the same belief. And again, NQ on a 15 minute. You can see, those two levels up top. I don't really have great shorts. I don't have like a defined risk level. I would say based off of where we are, being a psychological level at 1465, or 650. I'm sorry. Um, I think it's probably an okay level. The question is, how long will we run with this today? And yeah, I'd say it's my take on this one is again, we're looking to probably end up in there. YM. There you go. Look at this. So we kind of got chopped up on there. We had this one drawn, and this is one of those cases where it's like, the first push through. Here, let me move to the side. Right there. Here, I'll just move this across. That's what it's already drawn. This is not really the clearance we need. This is not really the clearance we need. So it kind of invalidates the process for us, right? We've had two attempts. Neither one of them was able to give us that nice oomph. When it came to here, this would have been nice if it was here, but it wasn't. And again, it just pulled back down again. So unfortunately, this is really a no trade. We just never got the entry on it. It's kind of hoping we get to the 34,650 today. I thought that would have been a great little push forward, but it just wasn't in the cards. I was like, come on, you can do it. You're so close. 34,650, again, being that 50 is a great number. And I thought that would be wonderful to kind of short off of. On a 15 minute, you guys could have taken this one and really, had you wanted to play this one for non-farm and you'd been focusing on kind of a level right there, we were sitting in a level when non-farm came out. I think the expectation today was that this would go high or higher based off of the news. Um, Again, everybody expected the unemployment data to be good. So could you have traded this off the open? Sure. I didn't get a chance to check because I was with, obviously Todd and Dan, um, to see how much premium was checked into this one. But, just something to keep on your radar for next time. If you didn't catch it today, maybe check next time and see what the premium looks like at those shorter duration ones, right? When I say shorter duration, there's a lot of different kind of binaries in there. Fortunately, the call spreads and knockouts I think would have been probably insane. Let me see real quick. Wall Street. can't see the 8 to 10s anymore, unfortunately. But there was 2 hours in that we could have taken. Um, yeah, the dailies are 40. Let's see. The dailies are 40 points away. Let me bring this up to a 15. So the pop would have given just over 2 binaries. Yeah, you would have had to do this in the shorter duration. The 8 to 10 would have been the way to do it. And like I said, I can't see it now, but I'm curious how much premium was probably jacked in there. Ernest, why did you ban Stream Elements? What are you doing? Don't ban Stream Elements. That's the program that I use to do the. All right, so I think all right, in looking at the thing, if Ernest bans Stream Elements, you guys are not going to be able to win anything today. Uh, yeah, the reason why Eki didn't get a ticket there is because Eki, your ticket went in. But the reason there's no confirmation and other people had confirmation is because Ernest banned Stream Elements. Now I got to figure out how to unban Stream Elements. I don't know. It says Ernest banned Stream Elements. Do you see it? I don't know. Can you guys all see that? It says Ernest banned Stream Elements. I don't know how to. I don't know how to unban it. I guess there's got to be something on the page. Is our chat? Um, it says you did. It says right there. It says Ernest banned Stream Elements. Now I'm like, review raids, review. Oh wait, I think. Wait, moderate settings. Look at this. You guys talk about. Oh, there we go. I don't know how you did that, but yes. All right, so somebody buy a ticket and let's see if it confirms it. Ernest was hacked. Somebody buy a ticket quick. Eki, do me a favor. Eki, buy another ticket. Oh. Oh, it's not doing it. Wait. Who bought two? Wait, let me track it. Neuro bought. Okay, Neuro I see with two. Debbie has two. Ernest has two. So it looks like it's doing it, but it's not able to print back again. I'll have to play with that one later, guys. So if anybody says rig today, well, you know what the funny part is? It's not going to say it. You know what? Is it a conspiracy? I mean, I can give you the extra 10. I'm not worried about it, but I'm telling you, do you guys all see it? Can you guys not see it in your chat? Can you not see it? Where it says Ernest Band? I'm going to put it, look, hold on. I'm going to do it right here. Here you go. I'm going to put it in Discord right now, just so there's no question. This is the message that I saw on my thing. Ernest is banning Stream Elements. Yeah, I guess I can see all of them. But that's what I see. I was like, wait, what is he doing? He can't ban that guy? That's the guy that does the games. It's a conspiracy. Way to end Friday off on a high note. By the way, your chatbot just got banned. I don't even know how to I'm gonna have to play with it later. Be like, wait. Because I don't even know. I don't even know. It's stream launch message was deleted by a moderator. Yeah, I just posted it. Yeah. Yeah, so we don't we don't mess with stream elements. Those are the people we don't mess with. But now I got to figure out how to it's like, hey, we accidentally deleted that one. Can I check it over here? Can I add them as a friend? don't know how to do it. Okay, let's go back to the chat. Um, no idea. All right. Poor stream elements. Poor stream elements. It did nothing to you. I don't know. Um, yeah, it wasn't Uncle Paulie. It was Ernest. It was Easy E. I don't know. I don't. I actually don't see that the stream elements. I typically can. I don't see that yet. It looks like it's not banned anymore. You done broked it. You done broked it. Um, 3 days ago. Yeah, it's unbanned. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe when we start the next stream, it'll work again. We shall see. I don't know. We'll figure it out now. All right. So you guys can see this window. That was the last of the chart. So YM, like I said, I think YM kind of flanders back and forth. I don't think it's going to get high. I don't think it's going to come to the top. I think this will be an area right here where it kind of falters again. So, again, it's a holiday. I don't think we're going to get much out of this one. Oil's bouncing up a little bit. Let me keep adjusting this one. We got close. We got within 17. I need this to drop a little bit more. Tesla up. So Tesla had a great morning and then is like retraced back again. So go Tesla. Apple's kind of holding firm up top. What's the old Bitcoin doing? It's flat again. It was all red. It's flat. Ethereum, it's trying. AMC. People don't like movies, I guess. People don't like movies. You're all un-American. Look at that. It is rallying back in, I guess, a little bit. It's up $3. It was down a lot. But, it was Jesus. Wow, it started at 53 and it got all the way down to 47. Whew. That's painful. And then, ooh, look at that. 1, 2, and 3 on GameStop. I like me some games, but it looks like it's dropping. Natural gas is also having some back and forth. And good old Dogecoin. TLT. Yeah, nothing else is like standing out as amazing today. Yeah. VIX crop. And yeah, we need to go a little bit farther. So, all right, that's it. So maybe you should just let me win every day. I know, right? All right. You guys ever seen that on like Instagram? There's like the channel takeovers. I feel like that's what we got with Ernest. Ernest is doing a channel takeover today. Meanwhile, he's in like his other chat group. He's like, "Look what I did, guys! I banned Stream Elements." It's definitely what happened. For punishment, Ernest, I expect to see many, many barbecue pictures this weekend. Many, many. It's raining here, right? we had a real heat of 104, and then at the same time, Maryland's like, "Oh yeah, but watch this. We're gonna have quarter size hail at the same time." So it's basically like Texas, right? 111, but you have a hailstorm. So I want to see lots of barbecue pics this weekend. All right, let's do it. Closing the giveaway down. Let's see who wins this special July 4th edition of Chart School. And maybe we are saying it's raining here as well. Very strange for Texas. Wait, 2 years ago, Texas was like, "Oh, we haven't had rain in like 47 days." All right, here we go. Winner of today's drawing is, let's see if Stream Elements tells us. And the answer is no. Interesting. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, we know who the winner is. The winner is Noro today, but it doesn't say it in the channel. How do we get that fixed? Interesting. Great. Help support on July 4th weekend. I'm going to get through. I know it. I doubt it. I don't understand. All right. It's up to date. Huh. Maybe it has to re-enter. I don't know. I'm going to have to figure this one out. Do I have to install the chat bot? He's like, but then again, I did win. I don't know. Maybe you and Neuro have some type of like deal. I don't know. Maybe. All right, guys. With that said, I'm gonna go try to figure this thing out. Have a good Fourth of July weekend. Like I said, be cautious with your positions. The volume is going down for the rest of the day. We're not going to see a lot of movement. Um, like I said, I expect some, capitulation. I expect this to, Dixie head down a little bit. Looks like ES again. It's flirting with this. It's not really doing anything crazy. We got a little bit of red here on the YM or on the NQ. YM is bouncing between two levels. Let me see if there's anything. Um, Now we had the big drop. It's fighting right now. So Dow's an interesting spot, for a roll. Nothing is really like nothing. I'm like, oh, this is great. Um, Actually, Tech has already pulled back. This has actually started to pull. It's pulled back down to this level of basing right here. So yeah, I mean, I think we go red for the rest of the day. I'm just pulling back. Question: do we end up red on the day? That's another question. I don't know if we'll make it that far, but we'll probably end close to there. So. All right, guys. Everybody, be safe this weekend, please. No holding firecrackers. Be cautious with that one. If you are in Canada, no Canada Day for you. All right, no Canada Day for you. And everybody else, you have a safe one, and I'll catch you guys next week. I will be on Monday. I will be on Monday for like a quick session. There is, and actually next week. Remember, next week we do have chart schools at 9:30 every day, but there is no Nadex content next week at all. So chart school is 9:30 to 10:30. I will catch you guys then. Everybody have a great Fourth, and I'll talk to you later.